So if you don't know by now, we're kind of having an informal contest on what to call a particular segment in this channel. I recently did a video on my thoughts about what's going on in the last month or the last 2 months regarding Lego and Lego sales and just anything that's kind of Lego reseller connected, right? And right now I am really liking the name from Rust Belt Mechanic. He says the new segment should be called State of the Brick. I absolutely love that name. I was going to give this contest another day or two, or you know, we'll just say by the end of the week, but right now I would say that that is the name that is winning. And let me tell you, I checked out his channel, Rust Belt Mechanic. He has a really good channel and I highly recommend that you check it out. He comes from the same industry that I used to come from, and so I immediately gravitated to it. But that's the winning entry so far, so if you have any better ideas, feel free to drop it in the comments section below. So right now you're looking at a Google sheet, and I don't think I've ever had a Excel spreadsheet in the icebreaker part of a YouTube video, right? I thought about putting together a video on the Winter Village theme, but it just turned out to be so depressing. I decided not to do it, but I just wanted to share with everybody the findings that I have when it comes to recent sets, right? Now you could see everything before COVID is just amazing. Now I do understand that these sets have been on the shelf longer, right? And they're not as available as some of the other elf clubhouses or gingerbread houses out there. If you've been reselling Lego for a while, you should know that the gingerbread house should be performing better than what it is. Now that set did retail for $100. If you're able to get it for cheaper, if you know what you're doing, this would probably have 100% ROI. But that elf clubhouse, I absolutely thought it was a stinker. There were so many people I knew that liked that set. I just didn't understand it. But we'll go ahead and see what these sets are going for post Q4, and maybe they will be getting closer to 100% ROI. So in this video, we're going to be talking about sets that are coming out in 2024. In the past, this is usually whenever I do an exclusive Lego Star Wars 2024 sets that are coming out, but there's quite a few YouTube videos out on the 2024 sets, and they're really good, right? So I really didn't feel that I could add anything to the conversation. So we will be going over broadly some Lego sets that I have my eye on that are coming out in 2024. Now that doesn't mean I won't be talking about maybe 1 or 2 Star Wars sets as we move along in this video. So the first one up is the Shadow Hedgehog Escape. Now here's the thing, this reminds me a lot of those mechs, right? Like the Star Wars mechs, which we're going to be talking about in the future. The retail price on this is $20. You should easily be able to get this set for $15 if you know what you're doing. And that's currently about the same price as those Star Wars mechs, right? You get a motorcycle, you get a couple other things. And right now, I believe this is the only Shadow minifig out there. Now they will be having a Knuckles that is unreleased yet, probably in the upcoming weeks. This one right here is coming out December 1st, but we're going to kind of lump that into the 2024 bracket. And it's my opinion that the Sonic minifigs are going to do very well post-retirement. If you go to Bricklink right here, you could see, now this set has not retired. The Lego Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog set, the cheapest price right here is $11.46 for a $70 set. I don't think that's too bad for a set that hasn't retired yet. Just for fun, let's go to the highest quantity. Okay, we have George's Brick Shop. Now he has over 10,000, he has over 16,000 worth of feedback, so that means he's probably done 45,000 transactions because people don't like giving feedback. He currently has 23 units right now that he's selling for $14.99, and then the next one down here is selling for $23.13. I think once this set retires, that's pretty much going to be how much these minifigs will be going for. It might eventually go up to 30, but as collectability goes and people love collecting minifigures, I definitely think Sonic the Hedgehog theme is going to be a winner with that. So last week over at Patreon, we had probably the best group chat that we ever had. We had so much positive feedback come back from that group chat. It was with my tax attorney. He went over a lot of things in regards to LLCs and S-Corp. He answered a ton of questions. And when he got off, our head was spinning and we just decided to go ahead and call it. We will be having a bonus group chat in a few weeks in the month of November. But if Patreon is something you've been thinking about doing for a while, don't hesitate to kick the tires and sign up for a free 7-day trial. We have one-on-one consultations where I could go over your inventory and tell you what the successes are and also what the opportunities are. And we're getting very close to having over 100 exclusive videos that you just can't get anywhere else. Again, the link is in the description below. Next up, you have Animal Crossing. Now, here's the deal. I know very little about Animal Crossing. Everybody in my family does. I try and stay away from video games. It says Nooks, Crannies, and Rosie's House. I'm not sure if this is the beginning of a sub-theme of houses, kind of like Friends, Olivia's house, Emily's house, Lisa's house. There's no Lisa. There's a Stephanie's house. But this will be interesting when it comes to collectability. I definitely think 3 or 4 years from now, if this is going to be somewhat of a sub-theme of houses, that people will absolutely want to have. It looks like that this set right here is the marquee set for the first wave, and I think it looks great. It comes with a couple minifigures and a lot of things going on. It retails for $74 and change. You should easily be able to get that for $50 if you know what you're doing. We also have the Captain Rex's Y-Wing microfighter, which I am very excited about. There's a lot of controversy, of course, because the rumor has it is that the minifigure that's in the UCS Venator is also going to be the same minifig that is in the microfighter that is coming out. It'll be interesting to see if that is true. Now, as always, I always try and avoid sets that are under $10. I actually try and avoid sets that are under $20, but I do buy them occasionally. I do have some of the Slave One microfighters out there, and I have no regrets. Now, speaking of Star Wars, there is rumored to be a Luke Skywalker. It's not rumored, I think it's already confirmed, a mech out there. It'll be interesting to see how many mechs that they have next year. Hopefully there will be 3. It would be very nice if they had another 3-pack during the holiday season next year. I was able to scoop up a couple of these for a decent price at Kohl's. But Jim, these microfighters are not retiring. Why are you buying them? Well, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to make this a flex, right? But there are other resellers that are in the same boat as me. If you have thousands of Lego sets and you consistently make over 6 figures every year, and you've been doing that year after year after year, if you want to buy 5 of these combo packs, go ahead and buy them. If it will make you happy, go ahead and do it. I've said in the past, you should not always just look at the retirement list. I love the 3-in-1 pack. I bought 5 of them. If there's going to be another 3-in-1 mech combo pack next year, guess what? I'm going to buy 5 of those too. I really think that this is something that is very cool. So right here, you're seeing a bunch of pictures of cherry blossoms. There is supposed to be a cherry blossom set that is coming out. It will probably, if I had to guess, it will look not exactly like the bonsai tree, because the bonsai tree is unique in itself. But when it comes to the piece colors and things of that sort, I definitely think that it will look something similar to this. There's not a price point on it, but there is a huge subsection of people that love cherry blossoms, and I'm familiar with them, and I can't wait to see the Lego set of the cherry blossoms whenever it does come out. The Polaroid camera right here, this is a set that I have tentatively my eye on. This is something that interests me. It'll be interesting to see how this set does. This should not be more than $100. It should easily be somewhere around $60, hopefully not $70. If you were to ask me, and please don't throw anything at your screen as I'm saying this, if you were to ask me what excites me more, the Polaroid camera or the Nintendo NES game system with the Super Mario Brothers game, I would probably go for this. But it'll be very interesting interesting to see how well this set performs. And even if this set doesn't perform well, it should perform well post-retirement because there won't be a lot of inventory once this set retires, right? I did want to talk about a set that I absolutely do not plan on purchasing. It's the tiny plants. Does this look cool? It kind of does. And this is just me. Just because there's 4 or 5 Lego influencers with a gaping smile holding up this set on a YouTube or an Instagram, it doesn't mean that I have to like it. I think this set is okay, but for $50, I could see myself spending that money on a ton of other sets and not just the Tiny Plants one. And finally, this guy. We already talked about this in long form in the archives, so go ahead and feel free to check it out. The Dinosaur Fossils T-Rex skull. I like this set a lot. I really like how it rotates right here. I mean, that just looks bad to the bone. I wish it was bigger. I wish it sold for maybe $80. But all in all, I like it. I'm hoping this will be the beginning of a sub-theme where there will be other dinosaur skulls out there. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfforbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.